Yeah, I have to go take a moment to collect myself because this video is pissing me off. Just talking about this bitch. But I had to let my truth out. So after graduation, everything went downhill. I'm not gonna hold y'all. A lot of shit became more toxic. She started to act different, especially when she started college. She was talking about, oh, there's fine. She don't give a fuck about me because there's finer niggas in college and a whole bunch of bullshit, y'all. Like, I was getting verbally abused at this fucking point because this bitch would say any and everything just to hurt my feelings, just to push me away. God knows why. I started coaching my cheer squad. After graduation, I still went back to school and I still helped out with the cheer squad or whatever. I came home one day very tired, very exhausted. She was home, laying on the bed or whatever. Mind you, prior to this week, this girl's been acting funny. She's been acting like I'm just the worst thing to her. Like, she's been moving weird. But I ain't saying nothing. I always brush it off because sometimes she do that and nothing be wrong. Nothing be wrong with her, and I just be probably tripping. So I'm just like, maybe I'm tripping. Whatever. So came home this day. I'm exhausted, y'all. Like, I just want to go cuddle with my girl. This was playing in my head. I just want to go cuddle with my girl, hug on her, go to sleep, and wake up, do this shit all over again, right? Get home, I take a shower, I get out the shower, I come in the room or whatever the situation is. She's laying on the, like, to the bed head. So, I go lay to the bed head or whatever the situation is. I go lay to the bed head or whatever the situation is, and she switched her body. So now we're laying head to foot. Mind you, this girl tried to manipulate me into thinking that nothing was wrong and she was perfectly fine and this is so normal. If y'all know, no significant others are gonna sleep next to each other head to foot unless they're arguing, or unless they're mad at each other. In my defense, we never argued the day before. Ain't nothing happened. She ain't talked to me about nothing that was hurting her or anything. So to me, it's like ain't nothing happened. So why you laying head to foot with me? You know what I'm saying? So she starts to lay head to foot with me, y'all. At this point, I'm irritated as a bitch. Oh my god, y'all, my lashes is irritating. Hold on, give me a minute. It's time for these shits to come out. I'm sorry, they look terrible. Look at this shit. But yeah, at this point, it's like, what's the problem? Because she started to lay head to foot with me. So, as a girlfriend, I got upset. I'm trying to have a conversation with her. I'm like, why are you laying like that? She's like, oh, it's nothing. I just want to lay like this. I'm like, no, S, what's the problem? Like, talk. She's not trying to say nothing, y'all. We're going back and forth with arguing about why she laying like that. It got to the point where I got frustrated. I started crying. I started crying because it's like, I already felt like, for that whole month, I felt like my spot's not being secure. She's losing feelings. Like, sophomore year is just repeating itself. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, I start to get worked up. My anxiety starts to kick in and I'm starting to cry. And she looks at me and she go, oh my God. Like, she just fed up with me. Like, she just feel like, here we go again. So as I'm bent into her, I'm telling her how I feel. Mind you, she's laying on the bed. Mind you, she's somebody that I go to sleep with every night saying, I love you too. Oh, I ain't never want to leave you. And that lip gloss white. Like, I ain't never want to leave you. Is doing this shit to me. So I'm crying. I'm venting to her how I feel with the group. Why the actual fuck, y'all? This girl turns up the volume on her video. Mind you, she had a computer. She turns up the volume on her YouTube video and blurs out everything I said. Didn't pay attention to nothing I was venting about, anything. So out of frustration, I got mad. I yelled at her. I pushed her. I said I hate her, and I told her to get the fuck out. Fast forward. She ended up sleeping in the living room or whatever. She did what she did. No, later on that night, I tried to go apologize to her. She wasn't having it. Woke up the next morning, tried to apologize to her. She wasn't having it. So instead, she decided that she was going to be petty. This is where it all started. This is when she started treating me like absolute shit. She comes in the room and she's like, oh, yeah, this nigga's about to buy me food, on the phone with some bitch, some friend of hers. And she's like, oh, yeah, he's about to buy me food, Next day, or I think later on that day, if I'm not mistaken, she's on the phone with that nigga. And they're talking about food, or I'm hearing a nigga voice and they're talking about food. Mind you, she's not talking to me at all. She's not saying it, uttering a word to me, nothing. But we living in the same house. Waking up to the... Oh. We're living in the same house, waking up next to each other, talking to each other, everything. But she's not saying not a fuck shit to me, y'all. Alright, cool. I see the game she wanna play. Me being me, I still go about my day. Still wake up, go to cheer practice. You know, trying to find things to distract myself. But I'm thinking it's gonna blow over. Like, we gonna end up talking. Nope. I lied. She started to even act even more worse. Like, y'all, it got to the point where I started sleeping on the floor. Her floor, bro. Because when I slept next to her, she didn't want me to touch her. If I even was to try to talk to her, put my hands over her, you know, she would push me off of her, tell me to leave her alone. Whoop-de-whoop. So ain't nobody gonna sleep next to somebody that's doing that to you. So I just end up sleeping on the cold hard floor. Like, and I purposely did that too, to see if she had a soft spot for me, to see if she was gonna be like, you know, babe or whatever, Kiasha, come up here, let's talk. You don't have to sleep on the floor. It's not that deep. This girl left me to sleep on the floor, y'all. The same one who wrote all of this shit, the same one who go to sleep every night saying she loved me, the same one that's in my face fucking me every day is the same motherfucker that left me to sleep on a cold, hard floor. Whether it was my choice or not, it was fucking outrageous, y'all. And I slept on that floor. I started spreading, you know, the beds and all of that, everything, to sleep on the floor. Now, this is how I say her family and her just took advantage of me. Because of the simple fact that, mind you, she's treating me like shit all this time, right? Her sister got asthma. Her sister ended up having asthma. I'm going to give y'all a scenario. Her sister ended up having asthma attack. I'm sorry. Have an asthma attack, right? She not talking to me. I don't even think she had a car around this time. I'm not even sure. But she not talking to me, right? Her little friend that she be on the phone with, not answering her. Had nobody to take her to her sister to the hospital or Uber her to go see her sister at the hospital, basically. You know what she did? Had her aunt come to me to ask me, can I Uber them to the hospital? These are the same people that treat me bad. The same girl that let me to sleep on a cold, hard floor. The same girl that wasn't talking to me for months. You wake up next to me. You don't want to touch me. You don't want to tell me what's wrong with you. Nothing. You just left me in the shadow. Just left me in the dark. To come ask me, or had her aunt ask me to Uber them, right? Y'all know she still ain't talking to me that day. She didn't say thank you. She didn't say nothing. She gonna say, her aunt was like, ask what's the license plate number, right? She yells at me, what's the license plate number? With all attitude and everything. Baby, I didn't have to Uber y'all asses. I could have left y'all fucking there. And you find a fucking way to get to your fucking sister, your damn self. You feel me? But I wasn't like that. You know, I was calm, I was collective, and I still, you know, I still try to be there for her. And as I'm being there for her, this girl still treating me bad, y'all. She's still fucking me over. And I'm still there for her. Mind y'all, they think of that scenario with multiple other scenarios just like that. That's what I'm going through in that house with her. And we're not talking. But you want to be quick to tell somebody that I'm crazy and I was never, yo, bitch, don't piss me off. But yeah, y'all, this is what I'm going through with her. So, after that first incident, another incident comes to part. Y'all, I come back from cheer one day, again, right? We start arguing about some fucking shit. I don't know what it was. We start arguing about something. She ended up leaving the house. I end up throwing deodorant bottles at her, telling her to go eat that bitch pussy, da-da-da. She gonna tell me that she's gonna suck dick instead. You know, little fucking stupid ass arguments. Alright, cool. She go out that night, come back. Not talking to me again. Waking up next to her, she's still not talking to me. It got to the point where this girl was so-called doing driving lessons, right? With this person, right? I ain't never went downstairs to see her driving instructor, none of that. Why come to find out after the fact she fucked her driving instructor? Why was she fucking with the nigga that was teaching her how to drive? It was some video that she showed her friends of her fucking this nigga or doing whatever she did with this nigga. She was over here telling her little close friends at the time that her and this nigga had something going on. Mind you, we was still fucking with each other in school. This was still my friend. We were still fucking with each other, everything. And she was telling them like she fucked with this nigga. Yeah, I'm trying to be strong, but I can't, bro. Like, I can't do this. Alright, y'all. So, let me backtrack on that because they don't live. Ooh, y'all, my lashes look crazy. But, anyways, I'll backtrack. So, basically, anything that I tell y'all now is shit that I found out after the fact. So, comes to find out, she had this driving instructor. I don't know what time this was around, but she basically had this driving instructor, and she used to go driving after certain hours or after work or after. I don't think we was in school around this time. I'm not even sure. I don't remember, but yeah, used to go driving lessons with this person. When she used to leave, I never met the person. I never met the guy. I never even seen, because the way her apartment is set up, to see her drive off or to see her leave, you have to go to her mom's room or her stepfather's room, whatever. So I never got up to really go see, oh, she leaving, da. Come to find out, after graduation, after everything happened, this girl was leaving with a nigga. So the same females that was her best of friends in high school basically came clean. They came clean to me. They told me everything she was doing. They let it be known what the fuck it was, da da da. Basically, they told me, like, y'all, my forehead is busted. My forehead is busted. I got a big ass forehead. Fuck my dick. Anyway, so they basically told me, like, she would go driving lessons with this nigga. And this nigga that she was going driving lessons with wasn't no grown man. Like, it was somebody around her age. And they used to fuck with each other, basically. So, basically, when you went out to driving lessons with this nigga or whatever, you would come home. It's either we're kissing, we're fucking, we're cuddling, we're doing shit with each other. Like, that is the most trifling shit. I don't know about her, but baby, I don't play with my body. I got 2 bodies my whole life, and that's period. That's stamped. You can't say I fucked nobody. You can't say I did shit with nobody, because I don't even play with my body like that. Baby, it took us 3 years to even fucked in a bed. And I was fucking with you for like 4 years. 6 years, I don't give a fuck. Whatever. I don't play with my body like that. So for her to go out with this driving instructor and then come home to me, that shit just disgusts me to my stomach. Y'all, when I found that out, I could not stop throwing up. Because I have a weak stomach. And shit like that will really get under my skin. And I was sick to my stomach when I heard that. So keep that in mind, y'all. Like, she will leave with this instructor and come back and kiss on me, all of that. So apparently this is what she was doing throughout the whole of high school. She would fuck with niggas in high school and then come home to me. She would link with niggas and then come home to me. It was one point in time where I had her location, y'all, but she will turn it off. Around that time, I didn't even know that you could turn off your location. I'm about to show y'all. You see this little thing right here where it says share my location? You hit the... I didn't even know you could do that. Like, I had to find out because I would see her shit and it would say no location found. So I'm thinking, like, her fucking Wi-Fi fucked up or some shit. Bitch, you're turning off your location. What the fuck? So it will be some days where she will do that and I'll text her on some crazy shit like, yo, where your location at? Where you at? Da da da. Now, to get on that, remember I told y'all as I talk, I'm going to remember to get on that. She told her friends that she used to hang around that I was some crazy bitch because, I was very controlling because I always used to text her where she at, what's her location. Because of shit like this, motherfucker. Because of shit like this, bitch, I knew my spot wasn't secured. And then every time I ask you where you're at, you lie. You fucking lie. Like, bro, she basically told them that I used to be clocking her. Like, I used to always want to know where she was at, when she was at. Bitch, yes, you damn fucking right. Because of shit like this. This is exactly why. So I remember that day I specifically texted her like, yo, where you at? Why your location off? Da da da. She usually hang out at Taco Bell with the friends that she was friends with back then. They would like sit at Taco Bell. But to me, it didn't look like her location was at Taco Bell. It was off. But before that, it didn't even look. When it was on, it didn't look like she was at Taco Bell. So now I'm sitting here like, alright, bro. This motherfucker playing with me. And then the friends that she was hanging out with, I called one of them and they was like, they not even with her. So it built up suspicion. Anyways, long story short, she probably texted me some weird shit that's calmed me down and made me believe her. So my gullible ass was probably like, oh, okay, cool. brushed it off. She came home. I kid you not, we probably fucked that same day. I kid you not. Like, I can't remember, but I know anytime she came home and we were cool, bitch, we're either kissing, hugging, goofing around with each other. Like, this was my girlfriend. I don't give a fuck if we was committed at that point or not, bitch. We were doing relationship things. Like, don't piss me off. Don't piss me off, bitch. Don't piss me off. But yeah. So basically, when shit like that happened, she would just still make me look crazy in front of her friends. Like, they don't even know why I'm tripping over her location or why I should be tripping over what she wears and stuff like that. Like, that's how she basically painted to her friends. Like, I shouldn't be tripping over nothing like that because she never gave off the impression that we was dating. That's what she's telling her friends. Bitch, do these pictures and videos that's been flicking throughout the whole video lie? Like, is the evidence lying? Are we living in two different worlds? Like, don't piss me off. Like, don't piss me off. Anyways, fast forward. As we was getting bad, I ended up getting kicked out of her house. She kicked me out. I don't know if I said that in the previous clips, but she kicked me out. She kicked me out. I ended up living with one of my cheerleading friends. Alright, cool. Lived with them. Throughout that same time that I was living with them, we were like, I was texting trying to get her back, or like trying to tell her to come get me because I felt uncomfortable. But she really wasn't trying to be on that type of timing. Like, she would tell me like she don't think we're compatible anymore. Like, every time we together it's just toxic. Like, she would be honest with me. So when I was at her house, at my little friend's house, when I moved in with them or whatever, and I would still text her, she will clarify that she just don't think we're compatible. But I wasn't giving up on somebody that I loved, especially because I spent years with this girl, and like, that's the only person I'm used to. So it was really hard to detach myself from her. I was very much attached, so it was hard. So eventually I got her to text me. Mind you, right, her little sister always used to gas us. Like, she would gas us, and I feel like this is what S got fucked up in her head, and she just didn't know. Your little sister played both sides, baby. Yeah, very much did. Yeah, her little sister will always come to me and be like, oh, you're my girlfriend's sister. Mind you, it's not that I'm believing her, but it's just a lot of shit that she said, Miss S her damn self, it would add up. Like, it was like it's like S going around telling her shit, like telling her little sister shit, and it's like, you know that me and your sister like this, so you know your sister gonna come back and tell me. So a lot of shit that this little girl would say, it was so believable, because it's just like, why would she just make this shit up? Like, at the time, like, being in that situation at the time, it's like, why would she even make this? Why would she make it up? So yeah. So at this point, me and her little sister like this. Her little sister was always the type, like, goofing around. At first, it was some joke. Like, she would be like, no, you're not talking to nobody else. My sister love you. My sister this. Y'all not ever breaking up. She just going through her emotions right now, but promise you, she still like you. She still this. Like, she was like the peanut butter and jelly between both of us. Like, she always try to hold us together, and she always try to reassure me, like, this, her sister just act like this, just to act like this. Mind you, I know S. I know how she act. I know how she gets down. So when her little sister was telling me that, at the time, it was just like, that really wasn't the person, the little evil bullshit that she wanted to, the character she was portraying herself to be, was not the S I fell in love with. And I know, because she said it out her own mouth. She always said, if I ever start acting like this, just know that I really do love you. It's just that I'm going to have a hard time showing it. Like, she always warned me about that side of her. So when she did end up doing all the bullshit, to me, it was just like, all right, this is my time to show her. Like, I'm not leaving. Like, I'm going to be here through the thick and thin. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, I never looked at it as, oh, this is a red flag, leave. I looked at it as, this is what she's been warning me about. So now that this person is coming out of her and she feel like she needs to close herself in and push me away, da-da-da, I need to be that girlfriend to step up and be like, babe, it's okay, I got you. Like, I'm not going nowhere through da-da-da-da. Like, that's the type, I was riding for her, basically. Like, that's the type of timing I was on. Loud as fuck, making my video. Anyways, next. But yeah, that's the type of timing I was on. Like, just riding for my girl. Like, I wasn't going to go nowhere despite what we was going through. So, yeah. So her sister was basically like me, but just the little sister version. Like, she was just on some, yeah, y'all not going nowhere. I kid you not. I couldn't even walk down the block without somebody talking to me. When somebody talked to me, she was all like, that's my sister girlfriend. No, Kiasha, keep it walking. Kiasha this, Kiasha that. Like, it's a lot of times where I will record. If I could find those clips, I will put that in here too, where I will record myself like, oh, S is not my girlfriend, da-da-da, joking around, and she would smack me upside my head. Now, I know what y'all are saying. It's not that I allowed this little girl to do much because I know it was a joke. Like, I'm taking her as a joke. I know she's just playing. It wasn't like she was really hitting me or slapping me. So I was never going to take it serious or physical with her. I just want to clarify that because I know that's how she was playing. But to me, I took her as a joke. But to her, she was really being serious about me and her sister relationship. Like, she really wanted us together. It was times where she would go in the room, say something to her, and then come back to me and be like, she fine. Y'all... It's a lot. Basically, the sister was playing both sides between me and her sister the entire time. Like, it's so much that's coming back to me. Like, it's crazy. So, yeah, keep in mind, me and her sister was like this. Always played both sides. It was times where, as I'm living with S, I'm just going to tell y'all how it was living with her even after we fell out. As I'm living with her, we're living in the same house, but we're not talking to each other. Like, she will get ready, go to work, come back home. And I'm sleeping on the couch. Y'all, I'm sleeping on this couch, and this couch is not comfortable. I just want to clarify that. This couch got bed bugs. It's not comfortable. It's fucking terrible. Like, but I still was sleeping there because I had no choice. That's where I was. This is where I had to resign until I could get back on my feet and get my own shit, like right now. But at the time, like, I had nowhere else to go. So I was sleeping on that bed bug couch, yeah. Bed bugs, yeah. I'm going to show y'all the bite marks. Got a video all over my skin. She used to wake up and try to put baking powder everywhere. Shit still wasn't working. Yeah, very much. But yeah, sleeping on a bed bug couch, fucking mad uncomfortable. It'd be nice where I had to like double the sheets. Like, it was getting cold. Like, y'all, and this girl, the same girl that, you know, all the letters that y'all are reading on the videos, y'all kissing and all that y'all see she hugging on me, the same one that said she loved me will walk past and watch me on that couch day out and day in. Day out and day in. Day out and day in. Oh, I think I skipped the part. When I had got kicked out or whatever, we and I'll end up going back to live with my friend. She ended up speaking to me. When she spoke to me, I think I put that in the clip, in a past clip, but I'm gonna re-say it. When she spoke to me, she had picked me up one day and we tried to have a conversation with each other and stuff like that. And the conversation we tried to have was basically like, I basically was trying to get closure from her. And the closure that I didn't get no fucking closure. It just feel like when we were talking, it just felt like we missed each other company. Like, we missed each other. Maybe it was just one-sided. Oops. But to me, it just felt like I missed her company. And I just missed goofing around with her. Because then I even started talking about her wig. Her edges not being grown back. Like, it was just goof vibes to me. So, yeah, I just want to put that in there. Like, when I got kicked out, we did end up speaking. In March, I think February? It was Valentine's Day. It was on Valentine's Day. She did pick me up and we did end up speaking. This was even after we fell out. This is still after graduation and everything. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, I used to sleep on this bed bug couch. Just terrible. Like, it was so painful. And this girl used to walk out comfortably. Walk in and walk out her apartment and watch me there and not say not a fuck shit to me. Never made effort to do anything. At this point, her little sister or whatever, I'm gonna show y'all how this little insect, right? I'm gonna show y'all how bad of a motherfucker she was. This little girl. She would come to me, right? I'm hanging out with my friends. She used to hang around us because I don't know, like, it's so hard to explain. Like, she would just be around us because the girl was funny. Like, the little girl was funny. We gonna call her A. A was a funny ass little girl. I'm gonna give it to her. She was very cool to hang around. But when it started becoming lies and instigating and trying to start mess, that's when we just start falling back on her, because she really fucking messy. This little girl's a messy ass little girl, bitch. And I'm gonna get one little girl to smack shit out you one day, I promise you. But anyways, she really messy. So this is what she did. One day she came to me, right? She texted me. She was like, no, she came up to me. I was laying in her mom's room. She came up to me and she was like, S is hungry. So me being me, I'm trying to not show that I care, but also be mean and be like, why the fuck that had nothing to do with me. But this is shit. I'm gonna just tell y'all shit that used to happen. If y'all hear that is just my bed. My furniture is on the way. Like, it's just my blow up bed. But anyways, yeah. So she would come in the room. She came in the room one day and she was like, S is hungry. I'm like, oh, okay, that's nice. She was like, you got like $5. No, she said S asked if I had $5 to cash app her and she'll pay me back. Mind you, If you don't fuck with me, and if you never like me, and you have nothing to do with me, why are you sending your little sister to ask me $5? And the thing is, why are you even putting your little sister in something? You're grown enough, right? You're adult enough, right? To come up to me and be like, can I borrow $5 and I'll send it back to you? And she know I would be quick to send it to her. But anyway, I guess she used to use her little sister to be messengering between me and her. So her sister come up to me, said, oh yeah, she asked $5, da da da. I was like, I'm not gonna send her $5, but what do she want to eat? Now I'm being way too nice. I know y'all, I'm just being way too nice. Long story short, she said she wants some cold cut, some fucking sandwich, some damn tomatoes, some fucking sandwich. I forgot what the sandwich was called. I went downstairs, I bought the sandwich, I brought it up, and I gave it to the little girl. Now this is the shit the little girl used to do. I gave it to her and I was like, make sure she know who bought this, cause I know how this little girl get. I think I bought her a drink, and I bought her sandwich, and I gave it to her, and I told her to go give it to S. Reason being, I didn't give it to S because if I was to walk up in her room, she the type to slam the door, try to act funny, and I wasn't trying to go cry that day. I wasn't trying to be on none of that shit. So I let her little sister go give it to her. So she go give it to her, come back. I was like, did you let her know who bought that, right? Mind you, this is the same little girl that want me and her sister together so badly. I was like, did you let her know who bought that? She comes back and she's like, oh yeah, I told her that their older sister sent money to get it. Bitch! I never wanted to smack the shit out of this little girl so hard. Why the fuck would you go back and lie to your sister that you want me together with so bad and tell her that somebody else bought her that shit when I was the one who walked my ass downstairs and bought that sandwich for her? Y'all see what I want? Like, it's shit like this that this little girl would do. She's so fucking messy. Like, she would just use me to fucking get what she want. It was even one day she asked me to cash app her some fucking money. Cause I'm thinking it was for S. She told me, yes, y'all, I know it sounds crazy. I don't even know why the fuck I was even sending S the money. Now, this is why she was so proudly to say that I was riding her cock. But I promise you, at that point, I just wanted my girl back. I was doing anything and everything. We all been there, so I don't even want to hear it. So yeah, so it was this one time she asked me for $10 and she said it was for S. Bitch, I ended up sending the money to S, and then comes to find out it was for the little girl and it wasn't for S. And I was just like, yeah. At that point, I started keeping my distance from the fucking messy little girl. She's just messy as shit. And she's a big part of what I'm about to tell y'all too. Like, she's messy as fuck. So long story short, even though I keep saying that, it's never getting short. I just used to live with people that envy me. They never liked me. They never wanted me in their house. The little girl was very much the only one that I thought I was close with, but she was also messy. She was playing messenger between me and her sister. I even went as far as buying her sister a little goodbye gift because she said that her sister was leaving, I think it was, to go live somewhere. I don't know. She found her apartment and she was going to move out. So I felt like S did do a lot for me. You know, she put a roof over my head. She introduced me to her family and all of that. Oh my God, y'all. Not the one who whooped her ass calling me. Not her calling me. I can't hear you. I think it's my FaceTime that's fucked up. Are you in the middle of the YouTube video? It very much is. I'm telling them about S. The video everybody been waiting for.
Yeah, I whooped her ass. And you better not edit that shit out because I'm still a little bit excited.
Thing. Be on my ass about moving on. Being on my ass about finding somebody new. Because at one point, like, I was going through this phase where I wanted to move on, but I didn't want to move on. Like, I was still hoping for us, but I knew there was no hope for us. Like, I was so stuck. And the little girl was like an anchor. Like, she was holding me together. Like, she was the one that had me hoping that me and her sister would get back together, if that makes sense. But over time, the truth just came out. She just started being fucking messy. And it was just like, she was just playing both sides. Like, I don't even know how best to put it. Also, let me tell y'all no scenario. Let me tell y'all what else. This is something that she actually did to me that while I was living with her, that it made me realize, like, it's no going back to this girl even if I wanted to. It's this one time. I have a condition. It's not bad. It's like a sickness. It's hard to explain. But basically, it makes me, like, cramp up. My hands go like this. Makes me throw up. seizures, brain damage. It's a lot. It's a lot that this sickness can, it's a lot that could be affected with me. Me is mostly the seizures part. So I'm in the car. I had her little sister with me at this point. I'm in the car, right? I'm coming back from somewhere. Mind you, as I was driving, I felt dizzy. I already felt like something was wrong with me. But I didn't want to, like, how do I put this? I didn't want to, like, scare her sister. So I was trying my best to be strong. But when I came back, I ended up parking fine and everything. I was okay. Y'all, when I tell y'all, I ended up busting down crying. Like, I started having a panic attack, anxiety attack, everything. Like, everything was just wrong with me. So I have her little sister, little messy one. Yeah, she was next to me and she was confused. She's like, what's wrong? Like, everything okay? Y'all, I started being shortness of breath. I couldn't breathe. It was just, the whole sickness was just acting up. Then it got to the point where my hands started doing that little cramping shit I was telling y'all about, and it was shut tight. Like, I couldn't move. I couldn't turn the car off. My body got stiff. Like, I couldn't do nothing. Then it became, I started blank passing out. Then I started having a seizure. Mind you, I'm a 13-year-old that don't know what to do, right? So I'm in the car and I'm sieging at this point. At this point, I'm shaking. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. She runs upstairs to call S. Y'all, this is how much of a bitch this bitch is. She runs upstairs to call S for help because it was just like she didn't know what to do. And at this point, if you're around me, you really my friend, and we're this tight, you know that calling the ambulance and that is just a waste of money, because all I really need, you just need to let it happen, and eventually I'm gonna calm down, but you still have to be there to make sure like it's not getting bad. So for the little girl, it was her first time being alone with me while this was happening, so she was panicking and she was scared of her damn self. So she ran upstairs to call S. Goes upstairs to call S to tell her, Kiasha's in the car and she's sieging. She left me in that car, bro. This girl is upstairs for damn near 15 minutes fighting with S. The moment somebody would have came and told me that S was downstairs in the car sieging and she needed me there and da-da-da, I would have been quick. I don't give a fuck what we going through. I don't give a fuck if we were just arguing. You had me, I had you sleeping on the couch. We wasn't getting along. We not compatible. Our relationship going downhill. I don't give a fuck. If I told you I loved you and I will be there for you, that's what I'm going to do. You feel me? So I would have been quick. When I tell y'all this girl was upstairs and this is what she was telling her sister. Call her friends. Call the ambulance. What am I going to do? Then she also thought her sister was lying. For some reason. So she wasn't going for it. Her sister was up there begging her to come downstairs. Now, at this point, I'm on the phone with her older sister. Her older sister lived all the way in Piscataway. Now, if you're from Jersey, Piscataway and Newark are fucking far. Like, it's a drive, maybe. It's like a 35 to 40 minutes drive. So, I'm on the phone with her older sister that usually be around when these attacks happen. And she's on the phone with me. She's like, trying to tell me what to do, but it's like I'm unresponsive at this point. So she see how I am. So her nigga ran in the car all the way from Piscataway, and they're forcing themselves down to me because S is upstairs laying in bed not giving a fuck. You the same female, bro, that is writing me letters like this. Hold on, y'all. Cause now we getting into the nitty gritty. Now we getting into the good stuff, huh? You the same girl, y'all. And I'm not trying to cry. I get angry because it's like I allow myself to be with somebody that left me for the dead. You left me to, like, God forbid, but I could have died that day. Girl, you was upstairs. You were damn near 10 feet away from me. These people was damn near 1,000 feet away from me. All you had to do was come downstairs with your little sister and make sure that I was okay. You the same female that wrote me all these promises, all these fucking bullshit. You left me downstairs to siege and didn't come at all and sat here and argued with your fucking 13-year-old sister because she was scared. This is the kind of person this girl is. Like, she didn't give a fuck about me. I was in that car fighting for my life, y'all. And I know, like, a lot of y'all would just be like, call the ambulance. But like I said, I have these attacks normally. So when shit like this happen, not like every other day, or it's like every other 2 weeks or so. When shit like this happen, I don't need to go to the ambulance. That's wasting money. That's like, Insurance don't cover it, baby. America getting expensive. So it's like, all you had to do was come downstairs and make sure that I was okay. You held my hand. It didn't even matter. You didn't have to kiss me. You didn't have to fuck me. You didn't have to tell me that you love me. You want to get back with me. It was none of that. It was no attention seeking. I was having a whole attack. This girl was upstairs, just not giving a fuck. And I guess when it was one point in time where her little sister got stressed out. At this point, her little sister got stressed out, so her little sister called her a bitch. And when her little sister called her a bitch, she didn't want to come at all. Like, that pissed her off, so she didn't want to come down the stairs at all. You're so worried about your little sister calling you a bitch, meanwhile, the girl that you're so-called in love with, that you claimed up and down, that you promised to be there, that you promised to care for her and all that shit, is downstairs in a car shaking for dear life. Can't breathe, nothing. I remember she even had, when I was going through that, she had her sister call me on FaceTime to see if I really was down there not being able to breathe. Are you shitting me? Are you fucking shitting me? And it's not to say S don't know that I have these attacks. She knows about me. Bitch, you know me more than I know me. Well, so I thought. So for her to leave me down there, y'all, I'm not gonna lie to you, that opened a lot of doors for me. And at that point, all the hope for us getting back together went out the door. Because it was just, I kept, the lip gloss, y'all, hold on. Oh. Woo. Ugh. But yeah, I kept hoping that, hold on, my dog crying. I'm with that dog. But yeah, y'all. So when that incident happened, I just knew. Mind you, this is not the only one. I got more. That's what the first incident that happened, that this girl just didn't care about me. The second incident was the same thing. And I got proof for this one, y'all. So the second incident about me being sick, right? I was at work. At this point, I'm at work, and I feel the same way that I was feeling in that car incident. It was just, nothing was clicking to me, right? So I think I was closing around that time, or I was getting off at 12, 11. I'm not even sure, y'all, but it was late. My sister, when I got this channel with, she was knocked out. She couldn't even make it. Like, her phone, like, everything was cut off. Like, I tried everybody before I texted this girl. I just want to make this so clear. Before I texted S, I called everybody. My mother wasn't answering. No, my father don't even live down here. Like, I called everybody before I called S. So if I called her and she was the last person I called, just know that I really needed her. So at this point, my manager's with me, and we're in the office. Mind you, I had to stop working and everything. She put me in the back to cool down because I started getting wobbly. Like, I was about to pass out. So they was like, Key, you can't drive home like this. I simply texted this girl off a text number. Right? Got the screenshots right here. I had to end up writing paragraphs because this girl just wouldn't understand where the fuck I was coming from. I texted her and I basically said, like, yo, do you think that you could come get me? Like, I will Uber you to my job and you come get me and drive me back home. And that's it. Just come get me and drive me back home because I don't feel good and I can't drive home, but I need to get home, right? That's what I texted her. So I asked her, I was like, I really need you. Like, this is not no playing matter. Like, I need you to come get me. Like, I'm gonna Uber you to my job and you just drive us back home because I really need you, right? This girl gonna say, I can't. There's no parking. Ask your friends. I was like, baby, best believe I called multiple people before I called you. So if I'm texting you, S, is because I really fucking need you, right? Then I guess she read something that I texted wrong. So she was like, you said you didn't need me, but I can't. There's no parking even if I was to drive your car. She's talking about there's no street parking. Motherfucker, even if I came home this late, I would have been found some. I would have had to drive around a couple times. Even if you have to do that. More the story is, I can't be at work. I'm over here passing out, dizzy as hell. I can't drive home. Come get me. We live together. Like, bitch so fucking stupid. She was pissing me off. So she wasn't going for it. So now I'm over here begging and pleading her because I had nobody to come get me and I couldn't stay at the job. Then that's when, at the hours of begging her, she was like, bro, if I do this, you gotta promise never to text me or call me again. That's when she was like, and you're cutting into me walking my dog. Basically, I'm cutting into her dog walking time. After she said that, y'all, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't even know why I texted her. After she said that, I'm like, no problem. I don't even need you to come. I'll figure it out. Y'all, I had to stay at my job for the extra 3 hours, wait, drink hella cold water, just calm down. Ooh, just calm down. Even after the fact that I did that, I still had to bring myself back together. Like, Kiasha, you just gotta suck it up and take yourself home your damn self. So eventually, I'm driving down the highway dizzy as hell. And I'm talking about my car is swinging and swerving and everything. While this girl is at home, peacefully yapping her mouth on her phone, talking about niggas, trying to be petty, don't give a fuck about me. But like I said, if the role was switched, I would have been quick. I would have been quick to be like, all right, cool, I'm coming to get you. But y'all, this the same. Hold on. Let me find something. Let me find something on the card. Let me hold on. This is the same yeah, this pisses me off. Hold on. I promise to help you fight your battles, and I promise to always pay attention to the things you say. This is the same I promise hoe, right? Okay, that's the second incident. The third incident, I'm gonna name the major incidents that happened that basically this girl put me through. She put me through these major incidents plus little shit that was worse. So the third incident, a situation happened where I went to go fix my car one day, and I was with her niece. And her niece, she ain't nobody, bro. She's very innocent. Like, she don't really be in a mix of shit. So her niece told me one day that she overheard that her and her cousin, Esther and her cousin, was talking about me. A certain ringtone or whatever on my phone. So the niece was basically telling me that the cousin called me cheesy. So I told the niece, since I can't get to these girls, I was like, my ringtone had nothing, like, why would she even allow her cousin to speak on me or speak about me if I don't even know her cousin? And two, what does my ringtone have to do with anything they were even talking about prior before they was talking about me? Like, what's the problem? Long story short, the sister get involved. We went to TJ Maxx the next day, and the sister came up to me and was like, oh yeah, I spoke to S. She said, my cousin never said that. She said they wasn't even talking about you at all. I was like, okay. I was like, that's cool. I was like, as long as y'all know, if anybody was talking about me, they could come say it to my face. I don't need to hear from a little girl that niggas want to call my ringtone cheesy. I don't know where the fuck her little sister got me saying that as, oh, I want to fight your cousin. But she goes back to S, right? This the same little girl that's been begging for me and her sister to get back together. Went back to her sister and told her sister that I said I wanted to fight her cousin. So you know what the fuck S did, y'all? I was peacefully, uncomfortably at the same time, sleeping on that bedbug couch. She catch me while I was lacking. This is what S did. Catch me while I was lacking. I was sleeping. Yeah, sleeping. Woke me up talking about something. You want to fight my cousin? Because I could arrange that. I could have her to come down here. Da da da. Is this the same bitch I woke up to every morning? Fucking kissing on my face and stuff. Like, am I in a fantasy world? And I know y'all gonna be like, bitch, you should have been forgot about that because she's showing you a different side of her. But it's mind blowing how people switch up. You're sitting here trying to arrange a fight between me and your cousins because your messy ass little sister went back and told you a lie. And they're gonna say, when I told her what was said to me, she gonna say, you're childish for believing a child. Bitch, how old is your sister? She's 13. She's 13. And you believed her when she said that I wanted to fight your cousin, and that never came out my fucking mouth. That never once came out my mouth. At all. I ain't never said that shit, but you were quick to believe her. But because I believed your 9-year-old niece that your cousin said I was cheesy, I'm childish. But you're doing the same shit that I'm doing, dumb hoe. Don't ever, please don't ever. Please don't fucking ever. Don't ever. Y'all, this girl, like, now I get mad when we get down to these kind of stories because it's just like, you got mad at me for shit that you fucking did your damn self. You believed your little sister. And bitch, ain't nobody ever said that they wanted to fight you because I don't even know your cousin to want to fight her. And secondly, I would never step to you in a range of fights with anybody because I had too much respect for that girl. I don't give a fuck what she put me through. Anything she put me through, I was handling on my own. So for her to catch me out of my sleep, talking about something, do I want to fight her cousin because I could get her cousin to come down here and they could handle it. I'm straight talking. She was in my face with it too. So I called her a bitch. I'm like, bitch, please. That's when she was so worried. She was so worried that I was calling her a bitch. She was so mad that I started calling her a bitch that she walked out of the conversation. You just woke me out of my sleep to ask me if I wanted to fight your cousin. You try to arrange a fight between me and your cousin. And you're mad because I called you a bitch? Is she okay? Like, bro, this is the shit that I've been through with this girl. Like, she really tried to catch me while I was sleeping to ask me if I wanted to fight her cousin. And then we had her cousin on the phone the whole entire time like I'm some dumbass. Like, what the fuck? Bitch, not once, not never. The amount of people that had, yo, it's mind-blowing. The amount of people that wanted to beat the fuck out of you, that wanted to stomp on your face, the amount of cousins that I had that could have came up there and smacked your ass for how you're treating me, I never once arranged a fight. Anytime they say something, I was quick to be like, nah, y'all, just leave her alone. I was protecting your dumb ass, your fucking dumb ass, and you came up to me to try to arrange a fight between me and your cousin because your fucking messy ass little sister lied on my name? That just go to show the respect that girl had for me. When I tell y'all these shits was just flashing in my face, like, back to back to back, it was just like, what the fuck? Like, you really sat up here and try to have your little sister, and try to have your cousin come up here to fight me because your little sister lied. Y'all, I'll be damned. I'll be fucking damned. That's exactly what she did. Had her fucking, was on the phone with her cousin the whole entire time too. I wasn't stupid. So her cousin could hear me say, oh yeah, I want to fight. So she could quickly bring, bitch, I'm not no pussy. Let's make that shit clear. I'm not no pussy. But I'm never about to pick a fight with a female that I ain't never had a problem with. I ain't never said I wanted to fight that girl. So for all that shit to play out to be, and then you catching me while I'm sleeping to ask me if I want to fight your cousin, that was messy as fuck. Never said that. Next.